I'm saying it up front so that you're not held hostage for an answer. For most black women with natural hair, bun builders are not doing anything, I'm sorry to say. They're not the missing piece holding your length back. But before we talk about products, we have to talk about what actually breaks hair on most natural type foreheads, because this is where the bun builder story collapses. A lot of the damage we see in virgin afro textured hair is not disulfide collapse. It is surface wear, it is mechanical overload, it is tension. The cuticle and the lipid layer already act as a bonding system, so to speak, because they control friction and swelling and strand to strand slide. So when the surface system is chipped away by rough detangling on dry hair, by combing your hair aggressively from roots to ends, combing through knots, and using a towel and constant friction and cotton pillowcases and tight hairstyles rub the same area every day, and harsh shampoos without using enough conditioning, high and prolonged UV exposure, and general overhandling of these very delicate fibers, the strand becomes rougher, it tangles faster, and it breaks easier. The cuticle lifts and little cracks start to appear on the hair, and the hair begins to lose elasticity. Add type 4 geometry to that, coils that have more bends, each bend concentrating stress, and fine diameter strands with less cross-sectional strength to absorb shock. This is why you have virgin natural hair that collapses and breaks mid-shaft. Bun builders were created for a very specific type of damage. Very specific. We're talking chemically processed hair where disulfide bonds have been attacked again and again and again by bleach, by color, by relaxers, by aggressive heat practices. In that context, bun builders can improve how processed hair handles washing and combing and drying and bleaching, color and styling, and they can reduce breakage when combined with better hair care. But here's the boundary they do not cross. They do not regrow a missing cuticle. They do not act as an invisible force field over your hair that cancels out rough detangling, that cancels out tight braids, that cancels out friction or poor wash day habits. The harshness of wash day for you and I does not primarily cause disulfide bonds to collapse. It causes cuticle wear and tear from friction, lipid loss from surfactants and heat, swelling and shrinking cycles from water and hot air, and micro cracks in our hair from tension and loading and loading and loading. If your wash day and the way you handle your hair are breaking your non-colored natural hair, a bun builder will not outperform bad mechanics and poor handling if your hair is mostly natural. And your complaints are dry hair and dullness and frizz and rough ends. Maybe your styles are not lasting, and breakage here and there that tracks with your detangling, how rough you are with friction. Bun builders cannot help you. The highest return interventions are the boring things you and I already know. Cleanse your hair with something gentle but effective. Condition heavily with proper slip. Reduce your detangling force. Work in sections. Start at your roots. Come to your ends. Add more water. Don't rip your hair out. Be gentle. Use heat protectant. Use moderate heat. If you blow dry or you press your hair, use proteins. Build a routine that reduces daily handling. You don't want to be changing styles every day. Add periodic clarifying when you have layered on too much product. The boring things that we know. This is what we should do. But before you take that as my hot take, let us define what hair bonds actually are. Your strand is like a rope, a strong core, the cortex, wrapped in a protective outer casing, the cuticle. Strength, elasticity, co-behavior all live in the cortex, but slip, shine, silkiness, and day-to-day durability live on the cuticle and the lipid layer. Inside the cortex, you have different bond systems that do different things. Peptide bonds are the backbone of keratin chains. If peptide bonds are destroyed, that is catastrophic damage. We're talking melting of the hair, burning, chemical devastation that turns the hair into a mushy substance and snaps in clumps. No bottle rebuilds that kind of damage. Next are disulfide bonds. These are the more permanent internal links that help set your curl pattern and your structure resilience and keeps your hair strong. Relaxes, texturizers, perms, bleach, and high lift color deliberately break or oxidize these bonds, and repeated high heat, high Heat can contribute to internal weakness too. Next, we have the hydrogen bonds and the salt bonds. These are the more flexible bonds. Water and heat break and reform hydrogen bonds constantly. That is why we can do a twist out on wet hair and your wet sets work. And that's why you can go wash your hair after flat ironing or blow drying it and you have your curl pattern back. Salt bonds shift with water and pH. They are designed to move. The problem is chronic extremes that fatigue the fiber over time. Now, this is where bond builders can actually make sense. Different brands have different chemistry. Olaplex uses beta-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate. Others use other kinds of maleate, succinate, a peptide, or a polymer system. The details vary, but the story is kind of similar. They are most effective when there has been chemical attack on disulfide bonds, and they are mostly working on the inside of the cortex on already processed hair. So if you have bleached hair, high left color, if you're relaxed or you've texturized your hair, if you have significant heat damage or sections that behave like they've lost their elasticity and their resilience, then you may have disulfide level damage. We're talking highly porous bleached curls that never spring back, or sections that do not hold their twists anymore after many silk presses. Bond builders were created for that world. Bond builders can be a part of the rehab. Again, if your hair is not bleached, not colored, not relaxed, not permanently colored, not chronically heat damaged, your real enemies are still mechanical stress and inconsistent routines, not bonds. Frizz, dryness, and dullness do not automatically mean that you have broken bonds in your hair. Sometimes that's just natural hair being natural hair. Thanks for watching. Bye.